I've made a lot of mistakes in my business. I mean, I think that's part of the game, but my goal today is to support you in avoiding some of the worst. Welcome back to Mondays with Michelle. I'm Michelle Knight of Brandmerry.com, and today I'm sharing 3 things that I would do differently if starting over. Business for 3 years, so 1 mistake a year, right? Big fat wrong. In fact, the mistakes I'm sharing with you today happened in the first 8 months of my business. So let's start with number 1. This is hands down the worst mistake that I made at the start of my business, and it was building my website. Seriously, this is like the entrepreneur plague. It affects everyone. You want to look official, you want to be official, so you dive right into creating your website. But the website you're creating is not going to result in much because no one is going to be able to find you. In the beginning of your business, unless you are trained in SEO, no one is going to find your website. Entrepreneurs spend so much time in the beginning of their business, slowly raise his hand, building their website when where we should be focusing our time and our energy is on social media, which is a completely free tool. So if I were starting over, I would spend 8 months building a community on social media, testing out my niche, testing out my voice, really figuring out who I am as a person and my message, and then I would build my website. Number 2, speaking of discovering your niche, my second mistake was not niching down. Serious, facepalm emoji on this one, you guys. I used to call myself a freedom coach. I don't actually even know what that means because I didn't actually even know what I was wanting to help people do. I just slapped a title on it, and I wasn't really specific with my niche or what gap I fill. I was trying to be everything to everyone, and as a result, nothing was super specific. When I got really specific and niche down to branding, and more specifically my superpower of storytelling, my messaging became clear, and as a result, my business started taking off. If I were starting over, I would take the time to really find the gap in the marketplace, do a little searching, do a little Q&A time, and find where people really needed support, and then I would fill in that gap. Then I would keep going deeper and deeper and deeper until I could clearly state what it is that I do and had people going, oh, I need that, I want that. That would tell me that'd be a big, big sign that I was niching down in the right way. This right here can be the difference between your first couple clients and constantly being on the struggle bus. So if you need support with this, I have a free guide if you click the link below. Okay, had to stand up for number 3 because I'm so passionate about this mistake that I made that ultimately led me to becoming a branding mentor. Yes, it's all about branding. I did it backwards in the beginning. I started researching what everyone else was doing and comparing myself to that industry and mimicking everyone else's aesthetics. So of course, it took me forever to create my brand. And do you know what happened? At the end of it all, I scrapped the entire thing. The website, the aesthetics, the copy, every single part. I didn't feel myself and my ultimate mission in the brand. So what I would do if I was doing it all over again is I would get super clear and specific on my niche. We already covered that one. I would get really clear on who my audience is and actually get on social media and start learning from them. We covered that one too. I'd get really clear on my messaging and how I was going to communicate that. I tap into my authentic voice, and then, and only then, would I start creating the actual visual aesthetics of my brand. Your brand is so much more than those things. It's actually, at the end of the day, who you are and what you have to say. It's not the visuals. That's what amplifies the original message. I did this, by the way. I went back, I started from square one, I rolled out all those things I just told you I would do from the beginning, and in 3 days, I completely redid my website and my brand, and as a result, I haven't had to change much about my brand in 3 years. So now that's what I teach other entrepreneurs, how to brand themselves without starting all over from scratch. If you want to learn more about my 3-year journey, specifically what I did and the exact roadmap that I followed to go from 0 to 6 figures cash in my business, then click the link below to watch my on-demand Netflix-style masterclass. Okay, there you have it. 3 mistakes that I made that I hope you can avoid or stop making right now in your tracks. Seriously, if one of these 3 things resonates with you, I recommend you stop and focus on what's truly important. Who you are, what message you want to deliver to the world, and who you're going to deliver that message to. I'll see you next Monday for another video as part of Mondays with Michelle.